Let me tell you who is calling. Bailey. Bailey's on the line in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Bailey, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Mr. Coleman. How's it going today?
I am fired up, Bailey, and I'm living the dream, and I'm talking to you right now. You are the most important thing on the planet right now. What's happening?
Well, I was actually laid off about 2 weeks ago. I was working as a legal recruiter.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw it coming, but it did hit me a little bit as a surprise.
Yep.
And so my current situation, I'm working a temp job, so I have income. Doing
Good for
it from
you.
home.
Way to go.
It's good. It's matching what I was, so
Good.
we're good there.
Great.
I have that for about a month, so covered there. It's just that, I went crazy after I was let go. I think maybe about an hour after I was like updating my resume and like submitting job applications. I was like, nope, this isn't happening.
You are awesome. I love that.
And part of me, so now I have, I'm on a third round interview with this financial company, and it's kind of a salesy job. And then I have another opportunity with, kind of a legal assistant job. And I'm just not sure. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure if either of these are exactly what I want, and just not sure what to do going forward, or if I should maybe pause and not be so in the future already.
You're really smart. You have basically already classified everything that I would have asked you to think about. So now let's just dive in here. What's the long term? Had you not been laid off as a legal recruiter 2 weeks ago, what would the future be? What would you be thinking about in the future?
I wasn't sure that it was exactly what I wanted to be doing. I thought it was my dream job, if I was being honest. But, it was a little different. And the parts of it that I enjoyed was talking to people, helping people. I loved that part of it. Yeah. But there are certain, you have to meet certain billable numbers, and there's certain things. The sales side of it was a little trickier. So yeah. I'm just not sure if it's something I loved.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's all I needed to know on that. So now let's look at these two deals, because you're in the enviable situation in that you've got some temp work and you've got some stability right now. However, you're not going to want to stay for 3, 6, 9 months in this current situation. At some point, you're going to start to itch. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I would think so. So my question is, and what you identified in this job you were laid off in 2 weeks ago, is that you love the people side of it. You didn't like the performance side of it, the pressure of the numbers. That's not your natural jam. It's not your thing, but you loved serving and digging and connecting to help people. Yes?
Yes.
So my question is, this sales job, is that going to put you back in that angst area where you're just kind of like, ugh, that's just not me. That's what I want to know about the sales job. Or do you see it as an opportunity to go, wait a second, even though it's sales, it's not as high pressure, and I am helping people, and I am connecting and talking to people all the time, which I think you like.
Yeah.
So what is it? Tell me.
Yeah.
Is the sales job, what kind of sales job is it?
It would be essentially I would have to get licensed to be like a financial professional. And then I would be building my own book of business.
I don't hear that that's something that is a part of your future.
Yeah. I've been in the legal space for a while. I think I might prefer to stay in that, but I just, wasn't sure. When you feel flattered, you're like, oh, maybe.
Yes, 100%. You feel great because they want you. That makes you a human. But you and I let's cross that off the list. You know it and I know it. You just gave me the answer. It's not my advice.
Yeah.
You answered it. Say no to the sales gig, because you'll regret that. I heard what now? Let me ask you this: does the legal assistant role, is it pay more than you're making now?
Yeah, I think it would.
Do you have the natural talent, your hard skills, and then soft skills to really thrive in that legal assistant role?
I worked as a paralegal and legal assistant previously, so I have experience in that for sure.
Right, so you got it. You got the chops. And you know what I like about it? It pays you more than where you are now, and it keeps you in the legal field as you begin to feel your way through, okay, I kind of like the legal field, or do I like the legal field? But at least it keeps you relevant right now, and it's work you've done before, and it's a much better situation. And you know what? If 6 months from now, Bailey, you decide, this isn't for me, you're not a flake. You're not a weirdo for wanting to move on, and you should move on. So I think what we do is we take the best opportunity for stability in the short term, And I would take the legal assistant job because it's going to increase your experience and it will also increase your connections. And if you confirm, and that's what you need to focus on next after getting stable and taking the job, I want you to really dive into my get clear exercise. What do I do best? What do I love to do most? And what results matter most? And is it the legal field I want to be in? And what role in the legal field? You confirm all of this. And that becomes step 2 right now. Step 1 is take the gig, get stable. Step 2 in this is clarify and verify based on what I just told you. And you keep listening to the show if you need the encouragement. And then you decide.
Gotcha.
Because I think it puts you in a better situation right now. Go ahead.
And lastly, I just want to say that I started reading the proximity principle back when I was a recruiter, and I used a lot of what you said in your book to kind of help my candidates. So.
Oh, great. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. And listen, I'm really excited about your future. The reason, and I want you to know, you could stay in this temp role if you want to until you find something better. I just want to mention that is an okay option. It feels like I would take the more stable and higher pay in the field you were in. That's my favorite choice, but I trust you. You're smart. And so if you feel like you want to stay in the temp role and take your chances on that, keeping you afloat until you find the gig that you really want to go after, I'm fine with that too. I just want to make that clear. You've got some good options here. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You bet, Bailey. You're awesome. She is a rock star. Bailey is going to kill it. You know, that young lady right there, she called in and she's been listening to the show. And she had already kind of walked through all the things. Makes my job a lot easier. Way to go, Bailey.